Hello paper crafters, I'm Sunny Sky and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And in my last video I showed you how to make this box, and today we're going to work on the tags that go in the box. So the box comes from this template that I created, and if you slide it up to the edge of the cardstock you're left with a piece of cardstock left from your one sheet that you can use to make the tags, or some of the tags. You can't fill up the box with these, but we're going to go ahead and take part of this to create some tags. So if I just take this and divide it up into some 2-inch strips, that's one tag that I can do. There's another. And I'm going to get 4 of these little tall skinny tags from this extra cardstock from the box. So I'm going to round the corners of this tag. And I'm just going to punch a hole in it in the top. And I'm using my Crocodile, but you can use whatever hole punch you have. This is a little bit smaller hole in this one, but you could punch with the standard 1/4-inch hole punch. And I've got some baker's twine that I'm just going to put, I just looped it in half, and I'm putting it through the hole, out the back side, separate it, and then just pull both tails through that loop. That is the quickest way to make a little tail or ribbon on your tag. So we're going to emboss these tags, and we're using this Peaceful Pine stamp set, and it comes with the coordinating thinlets and framelets. So here's the smallest tree is what we're going to use. So we're going to stamp on this Emerald Envy cardstock and emboss it in white, and then we'll run it through the Big Shot and cut it into the Christmas tree shape. So I have here my embossing buddy, and I just keep this in a little small plastic case, and I'm just going to run it over the cardstock, and that's just to reduce the static on the cardstock. I have some 3x6 scored in half pieces of cardstock, and I'm going to de-static one of those as well. For my second tag, we'll just do all our stamping at once here. So when you emboss, the embossing powder is going to stick to whatever it can find on the cardstock. And so we're going to use this Versamark watermark stamp pad, and it's just clear, invisible sticky ink, and we're going to stamp with that. And because it is a little sticky ink, it stays wet a little bit longer than your standard dye ink would, and it gives us a little time to get to our embossing. And let's see, I want to stamp on this tag as well, so let me just run the embossing buddy over there. Okay, this is the 'Tis the Season greeting that's from that same stamp set, Peaceful Pines. And I know you can't see these right now, but we will see them in a little bit. And then there's lots of trees in that set, and this one has kind of the swoopy branches. So I'm just going to center that on the front of this. Now this ink stays wet a little longer, so I'm able to do all 3 of these designs and then emboss them all at once. Now here's my embossing powder. This is the white embossing powder, and I like to put it in a Tupperware container. I tried the cheap Gladware containers, but if you spill it sideways, sometimes the seal is not as good, and sometimes the powder gets out in that seal and makes a little mess. So I just do any size container that's bigger than my standard piece of cardstock that I might want to put in here. And you see I'm just dipping my cardstock in there. Also, if you want to put a spoon and put it on top, and the powder is sticking to wherever I've placed that ink on there. And we'll just get this one. And I'm just flicking it with my fingers just to get any extra off of there, because I don't want any little white specks on there. Seal this up. And then we're going to use our heat gun. The heat gun is going to be pretty noisy, but I'm going to let you see a little bit of how this is. It's going to change color as we go. Okay, so I'm stopping that. You can see that some of it has changed to a shiny white, and the other still powdery. And so you can stop and start your heat tool just to finish the job. It doesn't matter if you stop and start in the middle of it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish embossing the rest of these. Okay, so I've been finished embossing these 3 images, and let me get the big shot out. And I've got my sandwich, I've got my multi-purpose platform, 1 cutting plate, the cardstock, and then I'm just taking this die and just trying to line it up. You see those cute little lights are supposed to be on the tree, so now we're just going to cut the tree shape out. Put my other cutting die or cutting plate on top, and that makes the little sandwich. Run it through. And it just pops right out. So that's the little tree to go on that tag. And I'm going to have a little bit of dimension on this tag. I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals up on top of the tree just to give it a little more depth to the card. Also, they'll stick really well because if this tag is on the outside of a package, it may go through a little bit of rough housing. Alright, so I'll just put that on. Then you can put your to from right on the back of that tag. This little tag right here, I'm just going to leave blank inside till I'm ready to write my note. And let me punch a hole in the corner of this. I'm going to punch the bigger hole this time because I'm going to use the larger ribbon. I've been storing my ribbons in here. It's pretty handy. And I'm just going to run this through here, and I'm going to wait to tie the knot on this one. What I was thinking is that, you know how there's always gift bags at Christmas, and you can reuse those gift bags. Be safe for the environment, and sometimes those gift bags come with a tag, but if that tag's been written on, you get rid of the tag. So this is making a fresh tag, and then I can just tie this right onto the handle of the gift bag. So those are the 2 little tags that we made today, and they'll just fit right in this little box with the other ones. And so it'll be just a nice little finished gift ready to give to somebody, or to just stick on my desk and pull out tags as I need them for the holidays. So thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel, shop online if you don't have a demonstrator already, and have some fun crafting.